Hello all, in this video I'll be discussing about regular casual workers, and this video is very specific to Meghalaya government and Meghalaya government offices where these RCW is relevant. And in this basically I'll be discussing the Meghalaya Regular Casual Worker Scheme 1996. So this what I have seen is in various offices this clarity is not there. What is casual worker status and what is regular casual worker, and what are their rights and what are their entitlements. So because of this lack of knowledge and awareness, many of those casual workers who are being employed on daily wages, they don't know their rights. So I thought it is very much needed, and let's get to the topic. This basically, see why this scheme had to be launched. As I said, the casual workers. Now let us define basically the casual worker for which this scheme is there. Now casual workers are those who are employed on a daily wage basis. Daily wage basis. So in every government office there are sanctioned posts against which recruitment is done. For example, at the district we have the DSC, and people are recruited by direct recruitment or by absorption from other services, and they join against the sanctioned post. So it is a proper post, it is a permanent job, and they get different kind of benefits. These are the sanctioned post, and the permanent jobs are there, what you call government job. Other than that, from time to time the requirement is to hire certain additional workforce which may be required for the purposes of some special work, or it depends what time of the year it is, more work is there. So this flexibility is given to government offices basically to hire people on wages basically on daily wage basis. You can hire certain casual workers, and they can do certain kind of work. So these are basically the casual workers which are just temporarily engaged on a daily basis. There is no appointment given, it is on a daily basis, and they are given the wage rate basically as notified by the labor department. So these are basically casual worker in various government offices. So now, because they are not permanent employees or they are not government employees, so various entitlements are missing. For example, if you are a government servant, you have the option of taking various leaves, the commuted leave, earned leave. You have so many other benefits of being a government servant, a permanent full-time government servant. So those things are missing for the casual workers, and that is why this scheme was thought to benefit as a welfare scheme for the casual workers who are working for a long time in a government office. So to basically to give them some kind of a help, this scheme is thought of. So I hope the objective of this scheme is now clear. Now why, now I have already explained why this scheme, for the welfare of the casual workers. So this scheme is meant for all casual workers who are basically working in government offices on a daily wage basis. Now this wage rate, you can refer to the labor department notification which comes from time to time, and they modify and they specify wages for different categories. For example, unskilled wages, how much, if you are doing unskilled, if semi-skilled and skilled, etc. So these kind of notifications are given. For example, they will notify 350 rupees per day as unskilled. So as per that, we have to give the daily wages. Now what is regular casual worker? RCW is a common word when you come to the government offices in Meghalaya. So now this RCW status as per this scheme can be given to a casual worker who has already been working for 10 years or more in a government office continuously without any break. We'll talk about that. So if somebody has worked for 10 years continuously as a casual worker, then he or she can be conferred upon the status of RCW. So from casual worker, he or she will become regular casual worker. again, this is just a term. This does not mean that the service has been regularized. So it is just because they have worked for so many years, so certain benefits to be given to these RCWs. So they are called RCWs. Now these RCWs, basically, as I said, 10 years minimum you have to work as a casual worker, then you can claim the status of, or you can be conferred upon the status of RCW. Now even as a RCW, basically you will be getting the same wages what you are getting. It will remain the same, and depending upon the nature of the work. So you will continue to get wages. It is just that there will be some other kind of benefits because you have worked for so long. Now in this 10-year period what we are counting for that person, not more than 30 days. So suppose I worked as a casual worker in one of the offices, and then I took because of some reasons I had to go, and for 1 year I was not there, then again I came and again did 5 years. So total is 10 years, but there is a gap of 30 years. So then this continuity period will not be counted. So that is what is a very technical thing which many people don't know. So this break should not be more than 30 days. It should be continuous. It should be basically this 10 years period which is being calculated, that should be like a continuous without break. Like in regular service terms, we call it service break. So similarly, here also, if more than 30 days you are not working, then it will be considered as a service break, and that continuous duration will not be counted. Now another point what you have to understand is, to confer this status to your casual worker in your office, you need not have a post, because that's not a post. Again, I am saying, when we talk of regular employees, then they are appointed against a post, a sanctioned post for which salary is allotted. So in this case, since they are basically still workers, casual workers who will get wages, so there is no post required as such for this conferment of RCW. If there is a casual worker, if he is getting wages and completed 10 years, then this RCW status can be given. So I hope that is clear. Now once a RCW status has been given, so that person cannot be substituted in that particular role. I mean, you cannot just substitute it. There are ways in which his or her service can end, but it cannot be substituted by any other one, because you have conferred a regular status. That means that is a sign that you are happy with the performance, and the same person will continue in that role unless one of these three things happen. So at the age of 58, so at the when that person RCW reaches the age of 58, he or she will discontinue from that role, and it is like superannuation. In our regular service we call it retiring from service, superannuation. So very similar for RCW, the maximum permissible age is 58 years. Or what can happen is, there is a provision of regularization of the RCW. So suppose you have a RCW in your office. Now he or she has been given the RCW status for completing 10 years, and he or she is continue to work as a RCW, as a grade 4 peon. And now you have 2 vacancies of peon in your office because of retirement. Now the rule says, the scheme says that 50% of the vacancy can be appointed from the list of RCWs. So now if you have a RCW, if you have 2 vacancies, that means 50% of 2 is 1. So that 1 vacancy of peon, basically you can regularize your RCW in this present case. Now certain age relaxation also is given. Suppose now, of course, you all must be aware that the upper age limit has been made 32 by the government, plus if it is ST category, then it becomes 37. So the upper age limit becomes 37, and suppose that RCW is 40 years of age. 40 years of age. So The scheme says, the welfare scheme we were talking about, it says that the age relaxation can be given based on the length of the service. So suppose I have worked for 10 years basically as a casual worker, and then I have been given RCW. So basically I'll get a relaxation, extra relaxation of these 10 years. So even if I am 40, even if I am above the maximum age for being recruited, for being admitted into this post, so that will be available. So this age relaxation is, extra age relaxation is available, same as the length of the service already given as a casual worker and as a regular casual worker. So this is very, very important. This regularization, it's a very important provision which everyone should know, that not against all posts, only 50% of the basically the post. So it can be like a roster, that this time if you have regularized the regular casual worker, the next vacancy which comes has to go to DSC. They have to be recruited by direct recruitment. So I hope that is clear. Now another way is basically if because of some reason, or if because of non-performance, you are the head of the office is not very keen, and he or she is not performing well, so their services can be dispensed with. Basically they can be terminated, the RCWs, because it's a temporary engagement. So they can be terminated by giving a 1 month notice. So this is another way in which the service will end. They can be terminated by giving a 1 month notice. So now I hope this is clear. The career path basically becomes clear. Somebody joins as a casual worker. If they work for more than 10 years, they can be given the status of a regular casual worker. If they are already attained 58 years as regular casual worker, they will see, basically it is like a superannuation. They will stop working. They will have to be released, and then if there is a possibility, if there are vacancies in the grade 4, then 50% of them can be filled by a RCW, and age relaxation is given to similar to the length of service they have already given to that particular office. If they are to be dispensed with, 1 month notice has to be given to them, to the RCWs. I hope you have understood till now. Now let us understand, after becoming a RCW from a casual worker, what is the benefit? What is the difference? If the wages remains the same, then you will ask, what is the difference? What is the benefit of making somebody RCW? So now the first benefit is, as casual worker you don't get any leave. Always remember, it's a daily wage thing. You don't get any leaves as a casual worker. So once you become a RCW, you will be eligible for EL, but this EL calculation is different from the regular employees. So these RCWs will basically get 1 EL per 15 days of work that they will put in, maximum to 120 days. So this is quite different. In case of regular employees, our upper limit is 300. It can accumulate to 300, and the calculation is also different. So this is the EL provision for regular casual worker. If there is a female regular casual worker, she will also be eligible for ML maternity leave, similar to Group D employees. So now this is basically the one of the benefits. Now what are the other benefits? After completing 5 years as a regular casual worker, he or she will be eligible for festival advance. At the time of festival, basically employees, they can take this advance, or the children education advance. So this is what you must understand, that this is the financial benefit. As a casual worker, you are not eligible for this. So once you do 5 years as a RCW, you can draw festival advance, you can draw children education advance. So this is one benefit. Now as a RCW, you are also eligible for leave, 15 days of leave of absence. So you have to understand, it's not casual leave. Casual leave, you still get the salary for that day. In this leave of absence, you are allowed 15 days in a year, but for those days, no wages will be given. But although at least the provision of leave of absence is there. Now, this 50% of the, when suppose you are regularized, you are somebody is working, Mr. A has been regularized from RCW to a peon, regular post, peon, regularized by this provision of regularization, and suppose he has worked for 10 years as a RCW. So now when he joins as a peon, his service period basically starts from that day, but plus these 5 years. 10 years, 50% of those 10 years will count as service, regular service in that post of peon. So I hope why this is important, because ultimately when he retires, he will get added benefit in terms of leave encashment, in terms of pension, in terms of DCRG, all those things. So this service as a casual worker, or as a basically whatever previous service he has given to the office, 50% of that will count into his regular service. So this is also very good provision for those who get regularized. And ultimately, if there is at all any doubt or any confusion regarding the provisions of this scheme for regular casual workers, personnel department is the nodal department to clarify, and whatever they say or state, that will be final. So I hope this video has been helpful for very many dealing assistants and those casual workers and regular casual workers who do not know their rights and entitlements. And I hope with this, if somebody is not getting these entitlements, they can claim. And the idea of these office procedure videos is to spread awareness on the various schemes like this and various things which the people working in the office are not aware. And I will continue to do that. If you have any suggestions, if you want me to cover particular topics, please mention in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon and keep watching. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Thank you.